1 year ago, this man sued me federally because he didn't like that I called him out for scamming his audience. It was a textbook slap lawsuit. Then he laughed at me when I tried to raise funds to fight his BS lawsuit. And at this time, he was bragging about buying Lambos, rocking full Gucci tracksuits, and having more than like $10 million in crypto. But the other night, a video of his came up on my timeline where he was begging for money from his audience because he couldn't afford to pay $20 in gas.
So I humbly ask that you donate. We have ERC20 address, Ethereum or stablecoin. Stablecoins would be best, but whatever you want to donate is fine. If you have other stuff you want me to list addresses, Bitcoin address or something, I can do that too. Stablecoins, like I said, are the easiest right now. So we're trying to fund the legal fund. They took the Lamborghini, so I couldn't sell it, like obviously.
My initial response to this was, is this a joke? The dude was wearing a Rolex in the thumbnail of his last video. But no, it's actually real and he's already raised over 6 figures. And there's a massive update to this story because he also live streamed himself showing up to the house of an ex-coworker with the woman he was cheating on his wife with, and then he got arrested live.
At Carlos's house. This is where Carlos lives, guys. I am live streaming from Carlos's house.
What is even going on anymore? But clearly, there's a lot to be talked about in today's video. I haven't paid too much attention to Bitboy in months. Starting off with, I made my first video on him, which was back in November of 2021. I made this because I previously saw a video of him where it was obvious that he was paid to promote a crypto coin by the name of Pamp to his audience. And I thankfully saved that video because he went on to a podcast later on to say this.
I'm just saying, we are the most transparent channel. If people rake us over the coals for things, we do what we say that we do. And you're over here saying that I shill coins, and yesterday you were saying like we just go and we say go buy this and then we sell bags. Never in the history of this channel have I done that. Not one time, not one single time have I ever done that.
So I made my video stating that in my opinion he was a dirtbag because he promoted garbage like this. Here's a quick clip of that for context. He simply cannot be trusted with financial advice because you don't know if he's trying to enrich you or himself. Here's a prime example of that. So he made a video a while back on a token or a cryptocurrency where the price could only go up.
What if I told you there's a project guaranteed to increase in price? I know you would probably want to jump in, but I'm sure the first thought you would have would be, wait a second, that doesn't sound right. Well, this is where we get into the complicated gray areas of decentralized finance.
What was that, Bitboy? A project that's guaranteed to go up in price? Let's see where this project is today. Wow. Would you look at that? His response to that was to then send multiple people to my house and give me multiple cease and desists. And this is after he bullied multiple smaller YouTube channels to delete their videos on him. But I decided to stand my ground because I believe that my video helped people understand that he was getting paid to sell absolute garbage investments. So what happened next was not fun at all. I was served a lawsuit by Bitboy improperly because the dude opened my door and threw the lawsuit at me. And that couldn't have been worse timing because I was about to have my firstborn child like within 24 hours of being served. So I needed to record a video and try to raise funds to help me fight this because the lawyer that I had said, hey, this, if it dragged on for long enough, could run you about $500,000. So my game plan was to sell my house, liquidate investments, and see how much I could crowdfund from you guys. So I posted my video and I raised about $14,000 from you guys in the first couple of hours. I was absolutely blown away. And meanwhile, this is what Bitboy was tweeting. The 16-year-olds are in full force today. Good thing their attention spans are 4.2 seconds. I'm sure they can all borrow a $10 mom from their mom's purse to help you out, bud. When will folks figure out everything you try to do to hurt me only helps me? This has to be so frustrating. I just keep winning, and the wins are only about to get bigger. Well, that energy wasn't in the lawsuit. You will have to find other ways to chase clout. LMAO, I will not allow it. You can't literally make up lies and accusations about people. There are consequences for this because you tell 2 truths in 1 lie. That doesn't excuse the lie. Hate me all you want, but at the end of the day, people will be held accountable for their lies and slander, period. Then Kobe blessed me infinitely by donating $100,000, and I received roughly another $100,000 from you guys. And suddenly his energy completely switched up because now he was worried this is actually going to go to court.
We did not want this to become public. I guess when I decided to do this back in November, I wanted to keep this behind closed doors. I've had another lawsuit. It was behind closed doors and it worked out great. And I think that both parties were happy and it was settled. And, everything about it worked out.
I'm still confused that he thought I would be quiet about this, but I'm also surprised that he said, yeah, last time I sued someone, it stayed private and we both ended up happy. Yeah, I'm sure whoever was sued from you was really happy with that.
Obviously, if this would have been public, I wouldn't have done it. Not because I want to hide it, but all we were trying to do was get him to take down the video that had factually wrong information that has implications for me as a person. And, when my kids go and they Google their dad, You know what comes up? That video.
This is such a lame excuse, especially with what he's done recently. He shouldn't be worried about me. He should be worried about his own actions because he does a great job at humiliating himself all on his own.
Here's where we're at, okay? Where we're at is, at this point, it has become public. It's become an absolute debacle. We know Kobe gave him $100,000, so hopefully that money will go to good use. But yeah, so we are going to drop lawsuit 100%. And I'm sorry this became public. I'm sorry that this has been, misconstrued. But I just want you guys to understand why I was doing this. This was not about a slapstick lawsuit. I know that's what everybody says, right? It's frivolous. It's not frivolous. When someone implies that you can be in trouble from the SEC, that is not frivolous, guys. That's a very, very, very serious matter.
So he said this, but then just a couple months later, he had this to say when the SEC actually showed up to his door.
I got a letter from the SEC last night. Don't know how long it had been sitting, waiting for me to get back. Gary Gensler has now came knocking at my door. Very scared, Gary. I'm very scared. I will start by giving you my reaction to the SEC letter from Gary Gensler.
Clearly, for some reason, he isn't worried about the SEC. But then for some reason, he admitted that he dropped the lawsuit because I raised money to fight it.
So at this point, like I said, there is nothing really we can do. The money came in on his side. The lawsuit was never about money. So hopefully, Atozy, now that we're going to be officially dropping this, I emailed my lawyer about 15 minutes before we went on air here. So that is going to be happening.
So in my opinion, he sued me because my video showing his actions made him upset. But after that whole legal debacle, since it didn't go to court, I ended up refunding absolutely everyone who donated to me. But then moving on with the Bitboy Crypto lore, 2 platforms he also promoted, Celsius and FTX, both collapsed. And that's when I was like, yo, this guy's losing it. He even flew out to the Bahamas to try to find Sam Bankman-Fried. And I don't really know why. It's not like he could arrest Sam, but I guess he just wanted to go out there to farm engagement because that was like the biggest thing that happened within his niche. But then Bitboy started throwing out insane allegations towards Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank, claiming he someone, which is just beyond confusing because he sues me for defamation and then goes on to defame someone pretty much right after. Then, because of the collapse of FTX, there was a massive class action lawsuit suing a lot of the influencers promoting it. And naturally, Bitboy was named in it, and the hinges on him really flew off for this one because he started sending out personal attack after personal attack to the opposing counsel. Here is one of the emails that he sent to one of the lawyers for some reason. I don't know why he would ever do that. But then you have the whole saga around the project called Ben Coin that Bitboy was shilling for a couple months. And since I haven't been paying enough to the crypto community, I'd asked Zach XBT for the TLDR on that, where he said, it was meme coin season recently in crypto once again. Ben.eth created a meme coin called Ben, and within a few days, Bitboy Crypto joined the team and paid Ben.eth a few $1 million for ownership. Ben.eth then proceeded to create 2 more meme coins called Psyop and Loyal. He had people participate in the pre-sale by having them blindly send money to his personal ENS address. From his tweet history, it seems like Ben.eth had zero clue about what a ledger was until last month and is commingling funds. He has retweeted like 4 different phishing scammers by accident now, causing followers to lose funds. People proceeded to send millions of dollars to Ben.eth for the Psyop pre-sale. Logo looks like he ripped off Pokemon. Upon launch, Ben.eth sent out the tokens to pre-sale participants and holds like 97% of the entire supply and was manipulating the price on Uniswap. A few days later, he announced the 3rd pre-sale to Loyal. People proceeded to send millions of dollars more to him, 20 million plus in total from the pre-sales. I think he's about to send those tokens out soon. Imagine he'll be manipulated once again. Ben.eth has been retweeting and vouching for a bunch of other meme coin pumps and dumps as well. Yesterday, Bitboy announced him and Ben.eth were building a product utilizing the 3 tokens. The product is literally a Uniswap competitor and seems like a potential security. Considering Bitboy and Ben.eth are both US citizens, it seems like something the SEC would enjoy in the future case. Then we get to the most recent happening in the Bitboy Crypto lore, which led him to asking his audience for money. And that starts with this tweet, with a Bitboy Crypto account saying, yesterday, Investment Holdings, the parent company of Hit Network, took decisive legal action in removing Ben Armstrong from the company and specifically the Bitboy Crypto brand. This difficult decision has a culmination of a prolonged effort to help Ben during his relapse into substance funds, as well as reconcile the emotional, physical, and financial damages he's done to the employees of Hit Network and the Bitboy Crypto community. The Bit Squad deserves better, and we're going to get through this together. We wish him the best and regret that it has come of this and are hopeful for the future of Bitboy Crypto. So that's definitely an odd move because I thought Ben was Bitboy. I can't really see the channel like having any long-term success without Ben, because every time a YouTube channel kicks off the main personality it was built on, it normally flops. But as we read, Bitboy or Ben was kicked out of the company that he created, and he claims that they've taken all of his money. So he then logged into the BenCoin cryptocurrency Twitter account of his and said this: TJ Shed and Justin Williams have attempted a coup of my company. Just confirming what's going around. It's true. There's been a mutiny at Bitboy Crypto and Hit Network, but it won't work. They have no leverage. Until they can clone me, I have nothing to worry about. He then makes this video where he says this.
And so today, as I put 20 bucks in my gas tank earlier that I had to borrow from someone because I've been 100% cut off from all my money. My wife's American Express card, well, that wasn't paid for the last month. That wasn't paid. It was supposed to be getting paid by people that work for me, and they didn't do it. So the credit card's maxed out. And guys, we're in a tough spot here because they're trying to make me stop fighting. And so I humbly ask that if I've ever done anything for you, if I've ever encouraged you, if I've ever given you a dream that you might have something different, if some of my content has helped you, or if you're on the outside of the situation looking in and you see how dirty what's happening is, then I humbly ask that you donate. We have ERC20 address, Ethereum or stablecoin. Stablecoins would be best, but whatever you want to donate is fine. If you have other stuff you want me to list addresses, Bitcoin address or something, I can do that too. Stablecoins, like I said, are the easiest right now. So we're trying to fund the legal fund. They took the Lamborghini, so I couldn't sell it, obviously. And I'm in a bad spot right here, guys.
If anything, this is just sad. I don't think this is funny. If anything, I just feel bad for his family. But I'm definitely shocked in how quick things changed here because this dude had everything. And now it seems like his own actions robbed him of that. But he also tweeted out the Georgia Department of Revenue has frozen the title of my Lamborghini and are holding it as evidence. I've offered TJ and Justin a deal to stop criminal charges if they resign and walk away this weekend. Monday police report, FBI meeting also confirmed. But it's also worth noting that he himself said that the Lamborghini was in the company name.
They took Lamborghini from me because it was in the company name.
And I mean, the whole feud within this company, that would need to be in a video in itself because, I mean, Ben just dropped an hour-long video on his own channel, plus a bunch of phone calls that he leaked from him and the people within that company. So whatever happens in that lawsuit, that's definitely going to be interesting. Bitboy's raised roughly $200,000 from what I can tell, so whatever happens here will be an absolute dumpster fire. So I spoke way too soon. I went to bed early for once, and then I was awoken from my phone just absolutely blowing up. And then I checked my phone to see that everyone was texting me saying that Bitboy was apparently arrested live. So I get up and get to my computer and see that CoffeeZilla tweeted out this. You do not understand how unhinged this really is. Ben Armstrong just showed up to an ex-employee's house who he accuses of stealing his Lambo. He decides to bring a and the woman he's cheating on with his wife with. Ben also decided to live stream on YouTube with the title Live Streaming from Carlos's House Where My Lamborghini Is. But no one's talking about the craziest part. Ben scheduled the live stream ahead of time, meaning Carlos saw this coming miles away and surprise, surprise, called the police who immediately arrested Ben. So it's definitely safe to say when I said whatever was going to happen was going to be a dumpster fire was a massive understatement.
Carlos's house. This is where Carlos lives, guys. I am live streaming from Carlos's house. Carlos has my Lamborghini right here in his garage.
I am in disbelief. This is not real. How is this happening? How did we get here within the span of just 1 year? Let the courts handle this. Why are you in front of this man's house? I did a 40-minute live stream where I reviewed everything that happened because he was throwing out some serious allegations left and right, and he name dropped like 20 people. But the main part of this live stream was when the police approached him.
Hey, do me a favor.
Yep.
Okay, stop.
How's it going?
Put your phone down.
Okay.
Put your phone down. Is anybody else in the car?
Yeah, there's nobody.
Who's in the car? Who?
What's that?
Who's in your car?
Who's in my car?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's,
Who's in your car?
who's in my car?
Who's in your truck, sir?
Cassie is in my car. Cassie's in my
All
truck.
right, Cassie.
Cassie's in my truck. My wife knows that we're here, by the way. She knows we came to do this. but my wife is aware. So we're live on YouTube right now.
I am speechless. He shows up to his ex-coworker's house with a girl he was having an affair with to live stream an encounter with him, doxes his ex-coworker, and gets arrested. This is hands down the dumbest live stream I've ever seen in my life. If he was on a mission to just make his life infinitely harder, he probably succeeded with this live stream. But the arrest details say that Ben Armstrong, also known as Bitboy, has officially been locked away in jail, as confirmed by the local sheriff's office in Georgia. Bitboy live streamed an incident where he attempted to steal a Lamborghini from an ex-business partner with his mistress, who he cheated on his wife with, all while being armed and under the influence. Law enforcement authorities have also discovered illegal in his vehicle. That last part makes things make a little bit more sense, but what do you even say to that? He needs help. I feel terrible for his family. There is a lot of collateral damage that just happened here. But it seems like this situation is so far from over, so I guess we just have to brace ourselves for whatever's gonna happen next.